There's a very simple cheat code, a hack for real estate agents if you want to sell more houses, make more money, become profitable, grow a team, get out of production, whatever it is you want to do. There is a cheat code to it, and it's mind-bogglingly simple, and you can all do it starting today. And I'm going to go over what that is right now. Plus, I have a very big announcement that I think you're going to be excited for. What is up, guys? Welcome to episode 339 of the Massive Agent Podcast. I am your host, Dustin Brohm, here in Salt Lake City, Utah. And I'm excited for today because I have a big announcement for you, something that if you listened to the very end of last week's episode, you know about and are expecting. And today is the day. Actually, if you follow me on Instagram, which you should, at Massive Agent, you heard this over the weekend and actually had a chance before the rest of you to get in on this. So excited for that announcement. But first, this episode today, this cheat code to getting ahead in business, right? No matter what your goals are. Some of you just want to get your business off the ground and start selling houses, right? Maybe you're selling 5 houses and you need to be selling 40. Okay, great. Some of you are at the point where you're trying to get you're trying to get work off of your plate, right? You're selling so many homes that now you need leverage, right? You need to start a sales team. You need to start referring out business, something. And so this cheat code will work for all of you, no matter what your goals are. And I will say, this is really like a part 2 from last week's episode. After this, right, don't stop now and go to last week's episode, but episode 338, you absolutely need to hear. And this is taking it a step further and diving a little bit deeper on one specific aspect. Okay, so before I do that, got to give a shout out to one of the best tools I've seen in the industry for real estate agents, Keeping Current Matters. You're getting an entire team of housing experts and economists in your back pocket telling you what's happening, how to talk to consumers about it, what you should be doing your videos about, here, post this, here's a graph, here's a chart that shows this, and then here's how to communicate it with your audience or with your buyers or sellers. And you can use KCM for free. You can try it out for free. You just need to you need to go to oh my gosh, why my brain is drawing a blank. Let me start that part over. To try out KCM, Keeping Current Matters, today for free, just go to trykcm.com/bam and get the free trial. Again, for a few I think it's less than $1 a day, you could have a team of housing experts and economists who have proven to be very, very accurate in your back pocket, telling you what to post every day and how to communicate to your clients. Try kcm.com/bam. Highly recommend it. And check out the BAMX community. If you guys are already on BAM's social media, you're already on nowbam.com, go check out their BAMX community. It's chock full of incredible value. There's events, there's courses, there's masterminds. It's just freaking awesome. Definitely try out BAMX. And then if you're joining the community, save yourself some money doing it. Use code MASSIVE at checkout and save yourself a good chunk off the year. So BAMX, KCM, you guys got to jump on that stuff. The reason that we have those platforms as partners of this show is because I believe that they will bring value to you if you use them, right? I don't just bring a bunch of bullshit. You've noticed we have very few sponsors on the show, right? We had Follow Up Boss for a couple of years, great partner of the show. They were recently acquired by Zillow and are now part of the Zillow family. Congratulations. I believe in Follow Up Boss. I believe it's one of the best tools out there. And my promise to you is to only bring partners and sponsors on the show that I believe will bring massive value to you. There's been a lot of companies, a lot of products and services that have offered, to pay me to bring their shit on, but I don't think it's good stuff. I don't think it's going to help you. I think it's just crap. So when I endorse something, I think it's good shit. All right. Let's talk about this cheat code, right? This, if you heard last week's episode, I talked about the power and importance of proximity, right? Being in rooms with people that are ahead of you. please hear me out today, because if you're rolling your eyes, or if you're downplaying the importance of this, you're just fucking up. I don't know how else to say it. You're just doing it wrong. You're doing a disservice to you and your business. So many of you are looking for some tactical thing like, hey, if you just give me the Facebook ad to run, my business will explode. If you just tell me the magic script to use in my listing presentations, my business will explode. If you just tell me what to post on Instagram, my business will explode. Tactics are important. They are helpful, yes. But if you want to have a very big, very meaningful, very sustainable boost to your business, like a long-term, like we're talking doubling, tripling, quadrupling, maybe even 10xing your business for real, not exaggerating. It starts with this concept of proximity and being in the room with great people. And so today I'm specifically talking to you about events, right? Going to specific, not just any real estate conference, not just some bullshit where there's a bunch of speakers. And here's the thing. I'm going to preface this by saying you should not be, I want to make sure that I'm very clear here. What you learn at the event, like, when there's speakers and trainers and they're doing their thing and they're teaching you certain things, that's all super valuable, right? You walk away with a lot of great ideas. You should have a lot of clarity on, what you should do moving forward. It should help you fill in the gaps on what you're trying to do and how you're trying to do it. But that's not the value of events. That's bonus. The real power is being in rooms with people that are like-minded and they're just ahead of you in the race. They're just doing more. If you're selling 5 houses a year, they're selling 30. If you're selling 30 houses a year, they're selling 130. If you're selling 130 homes a year, they have a team of 20 and they're selling 600 homes a year, right? There's always someone doing better. And when you go to conferences, masterminds, events, summits, whatever you want to call them, as long as you choose those events wisely, they become such a massively important investment, right? And I'm so excited to tell you to finally unveil the details of what I'm working on for you guys, because I decided to create my own room. I decided to say, hey, here's who I think needs a ton of help right now. And so I'm putting it together myself. I'll get to the details here in a second. But when I look back at the biggest pivot points or the biggest spikes in my business, in my income, in my happiness, in my fulfillment, in all of that, I can directly tie them back to specific events that I went to. One of the best ones every year is Neil Dingra's Forward event. Neil, you guys know Neil. He's been on the show a couple times. You follow him, Neil Home, on Instagram. And if you don't, you freaking should. He does, I believe, one of the best events of the entire year. So his third one is coming up in July, just a few weeks from now, in Vegas. And I'm going to be there. But the first two, I walked away with so much, not just clarity on what to do next, but more important than that, belief that I could do it and certainty that I will do it. That's the real power of the events, because you're sitting next to somebody and you realize they're just a normal person like you and they're selling twice as many houses as you. Or you're sitting next to somebody and they sold so many houses that they built a team and now, they're out of production personally, but they're still selling 600 houses a year. And you're just sitting next to them and they're just a normal person. They're just a normal person just like you. And a lot of times you realize they're not smarter than you. They're not more capable than you. They just made certain decisions and took certain actions before you did, or they were more consistent than you, or they just stuck it through and then you gave up, right? It's the only difference between the people we look up to and admire and want to emulate in this industry. It's not that they're massively more, they're massively smarter, massively more intelligent, massively more capable or charismatic or any of that. A lot of them are not. A lot of them are not. They just keep going, and they've built the belief that they can do it by putting themselves in masterminds. So the Forward event, every single year, I take a big leap forward, right? In so many different ways. There's also a mastermind that I went to called the Avengers Mastermind. I did this 2 years in a row, and it was 30 grand per year, right? A big investment. That's a big investment. I don't care who you are. And what was really cool about that, I thought I was going to go learn tactics. So the first year of the Avengers Mastermind taught me so much because it was a $30,000 investment. There were three actual in-person masterminds included in that. And I thought I was going to go and just learn a bunch of stuff and take notes, which I did, right? But it was the people that I met that had already done or already figured out something that I was struggling with. And then getting to talk with them, and they give me a couple like, oh, well, hey, use this, try this, use this platform. Oh, we actually do this instead. And you're like, oh my gosh, problem solved. Problem solved. Like something that many things that I was hung up on and stuck with for a long time just got solved instantly just by having a random conversation with another attendee at the mastermind. And so after that first year, I didn't see it as a $30,000 expense. I saw that as an investment opportunity. And so you're damn right I did it the second year. And it just such an incredible opportunity. And ever since then, I've been looking at more ways that I could create what I need and create what you need. And there's a lot of great conferences and summits and masterminds and all that. But what I saw that there was a big need from you guys, because I do polls in my Instagram stories. I do I ask a lot of the agents that I talk to on a regular basis, and I know what the struggles are. So in August 7th and 8th, let me make sure I have that. August 7th and 8th in Salt Lake City, I'm doing the very first Ignite Team Builder Summit. So this is for team leaders and aspiring team leaders. What's so incredibly cool about this is now I could have made it like a 500 person event. I wanted this to be small and intimate. There's 60 seats total. Well, there's less than that because we've already sold a handful. So there maximum 60 tickets available. Some of them are VIP. You're gonna want to hear about the VIP here in a second, what that includes. But there's only 60 spots in this room, and we are bringing in the best, the biggest team builders in the freaking country in the industry. Right. So we have Jonathan Campbell coming to speak and train and spend time with us and be at the VIP dinner. He runs the number 5 team in the country. Let me say that again. John Campbell runs the John Campbell team, the number 1 team in the country. They have about 20 agents, and they sold almost 2,000 homes last year. In 2023, sold almost 2,000 homes. He's one of the best operators ever. I'm so excited. When I first thought of doing this event for team leaders and those of you who want to be, I'm like, I've got to get John Campbell. And when he said yes, I was like, this is on, right? So I got John Campbell. Then I got Michael Perry coming. Michael Perry runs the number 1 team in Utah. They have over 100 agents. They're on track to hit 1,000 transactions this year. It's the Perry Group is the number 1 team at Real Broker, and he's going to be at the event. He's going to be at the VIP dinner. Paige Steckling, Utah Real Estate Paige, she's going to be there speaking. She took just a great social media strategy and some viral videos, built it into selling more homes, and now eventually she built it into a team. So that process and how she step by step, move by move, built Utah's finest realtors, her team. Incredible story. And so she's going to be training. And we have Neil Dingra coming. Neil Dingra is going to be there, not just talking about content, but how he's built a team that allows him to do so much content, and how he built Forward Academy, how he's able to put on these 1,000-person events in Vegas each year with Gary Vee and Ed Milet and Jesse Itzler and others. And so Neil's going to be there. So let me recap. Our speakers so far, we're working on a good half dozen more. And we're going to have some panelists. By the way, those of you who are attending this Ignite Team Builder Summit, you have the chance to be a speaker, right? I'm looking to reach into those who are attending, and I'll have a speaker submission form. So if you're attending, you'll be able to apply to speak and be part of one of our panels at the event. So we've got Neil Dingra, we have John Campbell, runs the number 5 team in the country. We have Michael Perry, runs the number 1 team in Utah. We have Paige Steckling, we have myself, and more big names coming. What's really cool is you're going to learn a lot of information from these people. If you're a VIP, by the way, stay tuned. I'm going to give you a 50% off code that's good for the next few days. It's the early bird This is the first time I'm announcing it on the podcast. So there's an early bird deal here for 50% off, including the VIP tickets. VIPs, there's a dinner on Wednesday night. So this is a Wednesday and a Thursday event. Wednesday night, we're going to be going to a fancy restaurant. Dinner's included, right? It's paid for by me. And all the speakers are going to be there and all the other VIPs. Talk about being in a high level, it's a high level room in a relaxed setting where you can just you could advance your business or your team ahead years in one night with one conversation. I've seen this happen. So my buddy Matt Kane, we were at an event. It was an EXP mastermind in Cabo a handful of years ago. Matt Kane at the time was still a full-time firefighter. Now he was selling 80 to 100 homes a year as a full-time firefighter. But we went to a sushi dinner one night. So my mentor Clayton Gitz was there. We had another team leader out of Virginia there and a couple others. And Matt sat next to this big team leader out of Virginia. And they had a conversation. And the team leader basically was like, why are you still like, you're still a firefighter? You're an idiot. Like, why are you selling that many houses yourself? You need to build a team. That conversation made Matt decide right then and there to retire from the fire department, which he did. He called the next day. Well, he didn't. He put the plans in place the next day. So like over the next little bit, he retired from the fire department and he decided, I'm building a team. And within, I think it was 18 months from that dinner, he now has a team of 20 plus agents in North Carolina. And he's stepping out of sales and focusing on flips and rental properties and investments. Super, super cool. That'll happen from one dinner at one event. So imagine if you get in the room with this caliber of team builders and team leaders. Imagine where you could be and what could happen in your business. This event I made it small for a reason. I have a feeling I'm going to regret making it this small. No, I won't. No, I won't. There's just not going to be enough tickets for everybody that wants to come. So to get tickets to Ignite 2024, the Team Builder Summit in Salt Lake City, Utah, August 7th and 8th, go to igniteslc.com. Like Ignite Salt Lake City, igniteslc.com, and make sure you use the early bird promo code early, right? Promo code early gets you 50% off for a very limited time. And we have discounted rooms we're at the Marriott Hotel in downtown Salt Lake City. Incredible, great walkable area right next to a mall, right next to a bunch of restaurants, just super cool spot, and highly discounted rooms for you guys that come to the event. So igniteslc.com, you are invited. Someone told me a long time ago, it's a mentor of mine, said that big decisions happen at big events. You think that you can make a bunch of progress by watching Zoom trainings and attending Zoom masterminds and listening to podcasts and all that. You can, but I'm telling you, I've lived this many, many times. Neil Dingra has lived this many times, which is why he's created his own forward event, right? He blew up by going to other people's events. And then he's like, I've got to create my own. And he's been helping me in this process and been very supportive and helpful in giving advice and guidance, which is awesome. But if you've been growing by just from trainings online and Zoom calls and watching YouTube videos, listening to podcasts, great. When you get in the room with people that are already doing and already have successfully done the thing that you were trying to do, they've already figured out the stuff that you're struggling with. They have solutions, simple ones, to your struggles. They have solutions to your problems, and you just go sit next to them and talk to them for 30 minutes. You will see more growth than ever before. Yes, it's an investment of time and a financial investment to go in person to an event. There's airfare, there's the hotel, there's all that stuff, of course. I believe the best investment you could ever make into your business is in going to specific events like the Ignite Mastermind in Salt Lake City, like our Team Builder Summit. And if it's not that one, you've got to start going to events, as many as you possibly can. It's not an expense, it's a damn investment. And if you don't think it's an investment, if you're just saying, it's not worth going, you're going to the wrong events. You're going to just some generic conference. Be more specific. I priced this summit so freaking low, especially with the early bird promo code. the promo code early, which is for the early bird special. I priced it so damn low that you're all able to make it happen. It's just a matter of, are you going to take it seriously enough? Are you going to make a commitment? Because there's a lot of people listening right now, thousands. I believe these tickets are going to go pretty quick. Will you be one of them? Will you be in the room? Will you be at the VIP dinner with us? Will you be at the VIP meet and greet in the hospitality suite with us? Will you be sitting next to those that have already figured out the shit you're struggling with, that already have the blueprint to build the team, to build the business that you're trying to build? And if not, I'd ask yourself, why not? So one last time, I invite you personally to the Ignite 2024 Team Builder Summit in Salt Lake City, Utah. Go to igniteslc.com. Use promo code early to get 50% off the tickets. Like I said, there were only 60. We only have 60 spots, and a handful are already gone. So I cannot wait to see you there. I cannot wait to meet you. This will be the biggest, most impactful event of your career if you just take the first step and meet me there. Thank you guys for listening. Get to the right events. Be intentional with it. Invest back in your business. There is no better investment in your business than going to the right events. Hands down, period, end of story. Thank you for listening. I'll see you guys next week. And for a few of you, I'll see you in Salt Lake in August at the Team Builder Summit. Take care.